Right. What have we got? We've got the breakfast crits. Effectively, a bit of a recon today. I've been off for 8 days. I've really not been well. I had a bit of a virus and it really knocked me back. Really struggled physically through work for the week. Uh, so I didn't want to race today. This is my first bit of exercise for 8 days. It's knocked my OCD mental health massively because you just get used to doing exercise. Couldn't run, couldn't cycle, couldn't do anything, even push-ups and sit-ups. So I just wanted to do a loose recon, 300 odd, as you'll see, end up in this race. 281 racing at the moment. It's not a race, sorry. It's a group ride. Effectively, it's the C group ride. But I suspect there's not just C riders in here. So I just wanted to do a recon and perhaps race this stage later. So yeah, I'm still feeling really rough. This is probably 2 hours after the race. I'm recording the audio for this. And what a start. Look on that top graphic. It starts, you're going up, you've got quite an elevation. And it really gets your legs straight away. It's roughly 900 feet. You can see the finish up the Sker, however you pronounce that. But I just wanted a recon. But what kicks in, you don't want to let the front riders. Look, I'm averaging 320 on the top left, almost half a mile gone. Even though you're on a recon, I should have just sat in the second group or the third or the fourth group and just ridden this. But you just have that itch to not get dropped. It's just how it is. And look how spread that pack is for 284 riders. And there's a group forming at the front, dropping everybody else. And there's no way I wanted to get dropped, even just on a little group ride. And I worked out I'm probably 30 to 50 watts down just coming back on this day. This was absolute punishment, and I could feel in my nose and my head, perhaps I shouldn't be doing this. 326 average. Still coughing now, as you can hear it, but we're over the top. Hopefully I'll have a bit of a rest on the way down. And this is the title of this. I'm hoping the virus is completely gone and I'm alright, but I didn't half feel after the half an hour after finishing this and during it that, blimey, I'm just going to kickstart me and reduce my immune system and really struggle again today and be not fit for work tomorrow. So, bit stupid really. Definitely wouldn't advise it. I kind of had it in my head that, I'm not racing, so that's fine. You're just going to be lolling about at whatever, 200 watts average. But look, you can see I've 1.2 mile, nearly 300 watts average, well over my FTP, can't even say that. And you just have this urge not to get dropped. And you can't get dropped, can you? Not even in a group ride. Because, look, there's numbers there. Those numbers are saying you've got to finish in a place. And I know this isn't, it's not the ZRS race component version of this breakfast crit. But even so, look, there's a number there telling you if you don't finish in the top 50, the top 100, whatever your mind equates to success, and whatever outcome is a win or a success, you've just got to keep pushing. So I stayed in this front group. You can see the pack is absolutely demolished now. Even the second group, they're miles behind. So I suspect there's perhaps 30 riders out of 291 here. And I was determined to stay within them. I am thinking, blimey, I've nothing left at this stage, by the way. Honestly, you'll see me. Yeah, sorry for that. You've just seen. I was coughing up all sorts of phlegm, and I should put an 18 warning on this video. I felt awful. I couldn't take my hoodie off. My core just wasn't warming up. And I thought, this is a mistake. I mean, the bottom line is, don't race when you're not fit, you're not ill. I did think 8 days was plenty though, because I did start feeling better on Thursday evening, and I thought I'll leave this till Sunday. I was going to look at it on Saturday. I was good thinking about racing today. So there we go. But this race has started off. Well, sorry, this cycle is not a Sunday morning cycle. This is a race. 260 average here. That's racing for me, all relative. So, yeah, blimey. Fantastic route, this, by the way. Lots of ups and downs. You see the repeat 4 times. It's a fantastically exciting course, and I will race this very shortly. I'll retrospectively race it. I know stage 4 is probably coming up this week. But yeah, feeling ill. The power in the legs as soon as I was trying to stand up. So this bit here, I know I put 600 in, 600 watts in, typically in recent races, and I'll do that 4 or 5 times on the repeat. I'm struggling to get 400 watts, as you can see. Oh, 469. But that was taking it out to me. That was like doing 600 watts. It felt like. I was all over the place. I just didn't feel the power in the legs. Probably 100 watts down on a climb like that. Obviously, that'll be the same on the sprint, but I'd say 30 to 50 watts down generally. This was difficult staying in the pack, and I'm drafting nicely there, but I was really, really struggling. Still put it in though. Let's see how I feel tomorrow. That's the key. It may have done me a world of good, post, to cough it all out. I think the virus has gone, and perhaps it's just the residual, the body repairing itself. Perhaps my immune system's getting there. Anyway, on to the race. So 3 miles. Sorry, I keep saying the race. That says exactly how I felt about this. This gentle group ride on a Sunday. I love the Clyde kicker, by the way. Absolutely love that. I love flying through the city in any version of this group ride, race, whatever. It's just nice and fast and furious. It's exciting. So anyway, I've got myself into this position in the top, perhaps 25 here. And you can't really let go, can you? I'm thinking, I'll just settle back now. I'm not proving anything to anyone. There's no scores, ZRS scores. There's nothing. I can't be losing ZRS here. But it's that trigger, isn't it? At this stage, I was just emptying all sorts. 292 rides. I think it does end up 308 when I looked at the stats. Let's fast forward this. Come to a little climb in a minute. I think it's under 3 or 4%, gentle climb. There you go. And then there's a descent, and then we go into this repeat of 4 circular laps on this. Just you climb through here. I do enjoy this as well. It goes up to roughly 9%, I think. Yeah, then levels off. Then this yellow, you think you're done there when it just goes a little flat. And then there's this little annoying, niggling climb for another 50 feet. And everyone always gets me there because I always try and sit down and not keep the power on. Well, they've got the feathers on as well. Finally got the hoodie off. Up to temperature. I mean, 6.5 miles that, or 6 miles that took me. That's not normal. I'd done a normal warm-up to start. It's funny, in the warm-up, that was very telling. I did whatever, 12 minutes warm up, and I was struggling towards the end to just turn over 300 watts for a couple of minutes. And my wattage was, I felt where I could turn over 300 in normal 100% fitness, I was turning about 250, 260, and that was it. And I thought, oh, we're in for one today. It's going to be a struggle. So not much going on here. 6.7 miles to go. Again, it's not a race. I was just trying to get through this now. The average has come right down to something much more normal, 237 after that long flattish part. And this group is pretty content, sticking together. It was a bit more normalised now. I was sticking into this group now. But look, little things like that, just almost getting dropped, just coming through the barrier after I'd done the hard work. That's where I knew that my fitness is nowhere near because of this illness. And look, I'm right at the back of the pack. I'd be in the middle there, getting an absolute full draft. Excuse me. Someone's gone off the front there. That worried me. Just get into that pack. You know, I feel good that I've done that and I've got on the bike and done it. And that's what you've got to weigh up. Do you ride when you're not fully fit to kind of get rid of the rest and the last of the illness? Perhaps that's what I'm getting rid of there. Get my heart rate flying, get that to normality. Have a good sweat out the rest of that. Probably some real bad medical advice, that. You've got to do what your body's telling you, I guess. And everybody's different. I think that's probably fair. And if in doubt, don't do it. God, that's got to be the best advice. But that's difficult when your brain is wired to feel good because you're doing exercise and trying to win and breaking your own records. It's difficult. This is the point. It's really difficult, especially with 8 days of no exercise. I mean, you know, I was going slightly mad. The fact you just, your everyday life feels like you feel guilty. There's people coming right through here with some fresh legs, I guess. You can see on the graphic there, we've caught people up on the lap, and that makes that really complicated. Look, you can see someone on the right, 2.43 minutes behind. There's a group. Yeah, because we've caught them up, basically. And you can see some of the riders are getting away from me there, and I struggle here. And this is where I do let them go a bit. I'm 12th, and I can't keep up with them here. This is where I just had it was getting ridiculous. I was absolutely overheating, and it's cool in the UK today. Look, I'm trying to put it in there, but I just haven't got the wattage. I'd usually come right into the back of the pack there. Won't be a problem. People passing me there. Excuse me. Trying to stand up to put it in, but I just haven't got the legs. Not the what I'm used to. So I'm passing people here, but they're all individuals that I'm lapping. So it's not my group. It's not that front group. The front group, you can see them just ahead. They're probably 100 yards ahead up the road. So the aim here was not to just slip back, because I was not exactly sure where the group behind were. I think they're 14, 15 seconds if you just look at the graphic at the bottom, the positioning. I mean, 13th out of 305 ain't bad for feeling ill on a group ride. Nothing wrong with that. But look, you can tell my average 240. I mean, it might end up at 245 with that final climb. But in a race, I'd be up at 260, 255 to 260. So there's 20 watts different there. And I know the race pace would be quicker, and perhaps the top 12 up here are at that pace. No, they won't be at that pace. Group ride isn't the same as a race, full stop. So I'm trying to keep the pedal down to an extent, but I could do with some other riders. I've gone to 14th there, 4.5 miles to go. That's someone to aim for. It's a huge pack we're going to lap here before we go through the barrier. So I'm going to put it in, going up here. Just done 380 calories. Suspect this will be a 500 calorie race at this distance. Activate the feather. Might as well. Just put it through. Keep climbing. Keep passing these. I suspect they're perhaps 10 to 15 seconds ahead, those front 13. And they've gone through these back markers, I think. So I've got to keep going, keep pushing, even though it's flat here. Need to find position 12 and 13 and then stick with them. What's really difficult is, obviously everyone's wearing the same kit. That doesn't help. Apart from the socks. That's difficult. It's really difficult to find who's ahead of me with the colour of the socks or the type of sock. 4 miles to go. So look, I've been reading a poem this week. I won't get all artistic on you, but The Man in the Glass, and it's all about looking at your reflection and asking the question, an honest question: have you done enough within what you are capable of? And this is another test of that for me. And that's kind of the question I ask every time after every race. Have I put enough heart and soul into it? Have I given everything? If I haven't, well, I've not done well enough. You know, it's not good enough. It's not the standard. I'm flying through here, actually. A good effort at the end here. But I need to... Oh, yeah, I must have passed the two riders there, because I'm in 12th here. Booming away. I think, yeah, the Dane Rask is just behind me. Oh, there you go. Yeah, good. So I've got somebody now I can keep on to. Not sure if there's a little second group behind me. I think there was of about 5 or 6 riders, if I remember. There you go. The pack in front are about 13 seconds up the road. That's not a mile away, is it? Not too bad. So I've kept within distance, to be fair. 2% climb, done over 550 feet, nearly 25 minutes. Suspect this is roughly, that's just over 30 minutes for myself. This race. Again, I'll attack this climb, not sitting back, putting it in, showing heart, bit of courage, flying past these back markers. In 12th again, so I must have passed, yeah, Ericsson there. Tell me, is that, what flag is that, Ericsson? Is that Singapore flag? Pardon my geographical naivety there. A bit like the Indonesian flag, but anyway, there they go. Those two riders again, but they just blend in, so I'm going to try and chase them. Coming to a flat bit here, one little peak, and then we've got the final climb. Took it a bit easy there. Oh, one of the back markers is coming with us. Fair play. Testing themselves, 2.8 to go, nearly 600 feet, nearly 11 miles complete. I'm in a good position here. I've certainly put it in for this Sunday ride, so I'm really proud of that. And I'm obviously going to finish definitely in the top 10%, top 30. I suspect I'll finish top 20, perhaps top 15, top 5% would be fantastic. Ah, there you go, this second group. Just as I said that, blimey. 5 or 6 of those riders came booming through. Oh, 27th, yeah, so this is that group. I can't let them, that's 10 riders, I can't let them go through. So they were working together, that's why they've just boomed through there. You know, I do want a top 20 finish, I'm not just going to give that up. They've done well to catch up, actually. It is confusing, though, with all these riders in the same shirts. It's difficult. Top 25 here. So just boom up here. I'm going to put it in. If I can get a top 10% or top 8% finish, not feeling well on this group ride, because these riders are putting it in. It might not be a race for them, but I suspect they've been putting the pedal down. Back to 13th. There you go. So I'm at the front of here. The Brit there, Don. Team Galaxy, the German here. And then there's a pack behind. Just go strong through there, this flat bit, and then there's a little descent. Then we start the Sker, or however you say it, that famous Scottish swift climb, and it is fantastic. Great course, this really is. Come down a big section here, on the reverse here. See riders coming up the other side. A bit of a gentle one at the start, then it flattens off, and then it's 8-9%, I think. So everyone's coming through here. Trying to catch into them. They've gone at quite a pace there. There we go, just sit in the back there. It's 2%. You see, I would usually be doing on this 320 watts. I'd be sat right at the front of there. I'm absolutely shattered here. I can't do 300 watts sat down. I'm having to stand up to do it. Now, you're not going to be able to do that for very long. I'll do this orange bit and then that'll take a lot out of me. Excuse me. 1.4 miles to go. See the group, this group on the top graphic there, we're pretty stuck together now, so yeah, they're pulling away there from me. Right at the back in, is that 27th now? Yeah, 27th, so I need to gain a few places there. Don't let them drop me here, obviously. I need to be with them going on the flat bit, and then we'll see what happens at the end. I won't be tearing up any trees, I just haven't got the energy. But I'm not going to let them get away. That's definitely not. That's the itch in me. The next group are 10, 11 seconds behind, so they're not going to catch up now, not with a mile to go. As long as I stay with this pack. Excuse me. Bit of a breather for everyone. Nearly 500 calories. It's perhaps 550 calories this race. 1 mile to go. We'll just go down a little bit here. And then we start the final climb. And then it's a little flat 100-yard section to finish. 0.9 miles to go. Just in the back of the pack there. 744 feet completed, currently 19. This group looks like it's dropping 2 or 3 there off the back. They're not quite in the pack. Don't know whether they're finished or whether they've got a bit more. I'm just putting a bit of drafting boost. That's my only... Oh, everybody else is using draft or the van. So we do a little a dip over this bridge, and then we start that climb. Normally I'd be all over this. I dropped down to 14th gear, I think, if I remember. Climb with them on the orange. Oh, right, okay. Climb with them on the orange. Yeah, I dropped down. I couldn't do this in 15. Couldn't keep going. I'm in 16th, but I can't carry that on. I was doing myself a lot of damage there, actually. The yellow. I've nothing left there. Nothing. That's split the pack, that bit. So what have I got left? Come on, let's finish top 20. 2 or 3 right at my tail here. They're using the vans finally. Right, push over here. Just distance ourselves from those other riders. Bit of flat here. Yeah, just pulled away from 7 riders there. So this will be it. If I can just hold on to position, really, that's the key here. Perhaps one last bit to stand up, because there's 2 riders on my tail here. Get up out of the saddle. 400 watts will do it. Try and catch these 3 or be close, and that'll see me through, which will be fantastic for a Sunday afternoon non-race, apparently. Sunday group ride. Here we go. This is the flat section. Hacker's still putting it in, the German. Just stand up a minute just to get over this line. And you'll see I finish in 20th, which, what, top 7%? 33 minutes, average 2:38, as I said, 20:30 down on usual. Enjoyed it though. Message for the day: no need to race when you're ill. Have a break. And if you start a race and you feel ill, you can finish it. Don't do what I did. Big message. Hopefully I'm back racing and fighting again midweek properly. Let's see how I feel this evening. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Thank you.